What if the way we've been thinking about being selfish is all wrong? You know, when you're a single mom and you're running around taking care of your kids, you know everything that you have to work at and everything that you're looking after. Taking a little bit of me time, a little bit of self-care time, usually leaves us like feeling guilty or like feeling like we're selfish, taking some time away from our own kids. But what if we started looking at it through the eyes of nature? In nature, if you look at a tree, this tree doesn't feel like it's taking anything away when it's taking nourishment from the earth or taking the daylight to nourish itself. It's just a process that it's going through because it needs this nourishment in order to solidify itself so that it can face the coming seasons. And that's what being selfish looks like. When we look at being selfish, we tend to look at it as something that is bad. But nature shows us that caring for ourselves allows us to solidify ourselves, allows us to strengthen who we are, allows us to nourish who we are. So a deer, for example, that is taking the bark to nourish itself, eating the grass. It looks like it's taking something away from something else, but it's taking in order to strengthen itself, in order to grow, in order to keep going in this life of transformation, and in order to stay steady on its journey towards what's coming on its path. And same goes for a wolf that's hunting, that's finding food in nature. It's not feeling selfish. There's no guilt in what it's doing to nature because this is what it needs in order to be strong, to be able to care for its pack, in order to show up and do its job of protecting its pack. When we start looking at being selfish, we start noticing that being selfish should be a good thing. I remember as a single mom, I struggled so much with caring for myself because society was such a huge pressure on me. Especially when I had originally gotten separated and was making a lot of choices that were very different than what society was encouraging me to be doing. Those choices didn't feel good to me. And I remember feeling so selfish because I was making choices that were different, but all those choices were helping me to grow as a person. All those choices were nourishing my soul. All those choices were allowing me to show up more whole, more happy, more solid in who I am so that I could be there for my kids. And as a single parent, remember that being selfish is probably the best thing you can do for your kids. It's the best example you can show them because, like nature, you're showing them what it is to care for yourself, to grow, to transform, and to really nourish who you are so that you can become this solid nature and so that you can face what's coming in your path. And that's the best example you can give your kids. So dare to think about being selfish as something that is healthy, whole, nourishing, and as an amazing example for your kids. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my other links listed beside me. I'd love to see you there.